Every story reaches the moment where the room goes quiet. The evidence is on the table, the witnesses have spoken, and the man who moved the accusation has nowhere left to hide. But before Daniel tells you where this ends, you should see the strange little world we built to get here. One apartment, one wooden table, a few backdrops. Whatever props happen to be lying around. A courtroom 1 minute, a monastery the next, sometimes a cathedral ruin, sometimes something far less dignified. But every ridiculous set pointed to the same thing. The accusation was never lost, it was relocated. Tonight, Daniel finishes the case. So before the final shot is fired, before the room goes silent, before Ribera has nowhere left to run, let me show you how we lined it up. Here's where it ends.
So here's where this ends, Francisco. Not with you, but with what you created, because that's what needs to be taken apart. Not you as a man, but the idea you set loose. Your legacy isn't being continued tonight. It's being dismantled, piece by piece. Not because I hate you, but because the world can't keep living under the shadow of something that was never the truth. So whatever happens after this moment, your version of events, that story, that narrative, that script, ends here. And tonight, the truth replaces it. The truth doesn't replace your story here in your world, Francisco. It replaces it in mine. Because now that it's been exposed, it can't control the future the way it controlled the past. History already happened, Francisco, but the story you wrote, that ends right here. In my world, we can now move on without your script.
You can't undo what I built. The church obeyed me. They were wrong, all of them. I was chosen. I was chosen.
Oh, look at that, Francisco. God noticed. Turns out when you spend your life defending the beast system, yeah, he actually clocks that sort of thing. Incredible work, mate. Top-tier legal defense for the wrong side. Bravo! Well done, you. Take a bow. Honestly, if there were awards for defending the beast, you'd be front row, tucks on, holding the trophy. So yeah, good luck, mate. Better start working on your little legal defense speech, right? Imagine that day. Yes, God, allow me to present Exhibit A, the Beast. But actually, he's a bloke from the future wearing Tom Ford. Oh, genius, Francis. Absolutely genius.
You think you're rescuing people. You're just late. I watched them swallow it. Whole. Without question.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all from Francisco tonight. But before we send him home, tell him what he's won, Bob. Ooh, this one's a special prize.
Stop. Please.
Congratulations, Francisco. You've won an all-expenses paid front row seats
listen
to watch
me.
your own
You're just
theory
making things up.
falling apart.
Daniel.
Give him a big round of applause, folks. 500 years in the making.
Daniel, stop.
You must be so proud.
Daniel!
Well, that was something. He's sharp, I'll give him that. Structured, disciplined. The kind of mind that can build a theory and then live inside it for decades without ever checking the exits. He didn't argue because he's malicious. He argued because he's invested in the architecture, in the math, in the legacy. But the system gave itself away. Every contradiction led back to the same pressure point. Every defense depended on bending something Daniel never bent. Part of me wished he'd seen it, really seen it, just for a moment. But illusions don't break on the first tap. Sometimes, truth has to circle a heart for a while before it's allowed to land.
Truth always lands, Daniel. Just not always on the day we expect it to. What you exposed in him was a distortion, and distortions collapse the moment light is applied. But understand this, Daniel. When I send you forward again, you will face a far larger distortion, an entire era still waiting for an Antichrist to appear, who has already been at work for centuries. What you confirm today is that the system was already in motion. Luther recognized the pattern. Ribera recognized it too, even as he tried to redirect it. And your mission, Daniel, is to make that unmistakably clear to the generation ahead.
Let me share something most people really shouldn't know. It's almost unbelievable, actually. During the Reformation, men like Martin Luther publicly accused the papal system itself of being the Antichrist described in Scripture. And Rome was not particularly fond of that. You don't say. So, listen carefully. A Jesuit scholar named Francisco Ribera was instructed to craft a counter-interpretation, a legal defense, as it were. He pushed most of prophecy into the distant future, split Daniel's 70th week, and transformed the Antichrist from a system you could actually observe, in plain sight, into a single future individual. You simply cannot be serious. That idea moved through seminaries, was adopted by John Nelson Darby, and later included in the Schofield Reference Bible, which American evangelicals adored. And that, unbelievably, is how the Reformation accusation was turned inside out. These days, we just call it futurism, and most people have absolutely no idea where it came from. Most people never knew. And now you do.